angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains.
Good morning! Happy Vlogmas Day 19. It's a Tuesday and I work today. Usually I have Mondays and Tuesdays off, so this is really weird. And I'm gonna keep thinking it's Wednesday, so we'll see how today goes. But yeah, it's just a little bit different schedule this week because of Christmas. So yeah, and I know I've got a pretty busy day, so that'll be good. It'll go quick. But yeah, I just got to work a little early. I'm gonna break out my knitting. I've got my sock head hat that I haven't worked on in ages. It's in my cute little bobbins bag, which I have a little smudge on it and I have to get that off. I remember I think I had this outside and when the dogs were playing in the backyard, and I think one of the dogs jumped up on me and got some dirt on it. But I got my little sock head hat out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft, so I'm gonna be working on that for a little bit. I'm on the toe decreases on my sock blank sock, and that'll be a pair. That was the second sock, so I'm really stoked about that, hoping to have that done tonight when I get out of work. But yeah, I also wanted to share with you my morning commute music was the new Hanson CD. So I loved Hanson. Well, I still love them, I'm not gonna lie. I love them. And they were big when I was about 7 or 8. It was when Bop came out, and I was obsessed. And I love them. I've been to their concert like 2 times, and I was like 20 when I went. And I love them. And so when I found out that they were having a Christmas CD, which was from my coworker Paige, so thank you Paige, I know you're watching. Thank you for telling me about this. She had told me about it, and so I was like, I freaked out and I was like, I need to go get this. So I ran over to Walmart and yeah, I snagged the last one. I love them though. It's so good. It's so good. If you are my age and you loved Hanson, or if you're not my age and you still love Hanson, you should definitely go get it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little tidbit. But yeah, I think I am going to get to work on my little hat before I go into work. I work 10:30 to 7 tonight, so just kind of a middle of the day shift. And so probably not gonna be too much craziness going on here on Vlogmas Day 19, but I'll still take you guys along for the ride. I'll see you later. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Vlogmas Day 20. It is, well, I guess it's not quite afternoon, it's only 11:15, but I'm on my lunch break at work. I have the 7 to 3:30 shift today. So I'm on my lunch break, and then I ended up getting Qdoba, because we work right next to Qdoba, and like it's even in the same plaza, so I tend to go there now and then, and I've racked up some points, so I actually got some chips and queso for free today and a free drink, so that was pretty cool. And for those of you who don't know what Qdoba is or don't have one, it is like a Mexican fast food restaurant, but a little bit nicer than like Taco Bell, which I love Taco Bell. So but yeah, I'm just having my lunch break, listening to the Knit More Girls podcast. It's been a busy morning, I have a busy afternoon on the books with as far as work goes, and then after work I'm meeting up with my cousin Courtney, and we're meeting up at Joann's, and which is a craft store, if you don't know what that is. And yeah, it should be fun. We're possibly going out for coffee too, but we'll see. It just depends on how long we stay at Joann's. So but yeah, so I'm excited. So it's a busy day and got lots to do. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get back to my chips and queso, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. So this is my cousin Courtney.
Howdy.
And we've been hanging out a little bit after work, and we went to Joann's and we got a little bit of footage there. But now we are heading over to Big B Coffee. Yes, and we're exchanging presents. And so we'll take in the coffee shop, and it's just a cute little like local to Michigan, and I think even the Midwest a little bit. It's a little chain, so we'll show you what's there.
And it's warm, unlike where we are at right now.
Yes, where it's
kind of disappointing.
kind of chilly. So let's go in.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I just got back home and it was a lot of fun hanging out with my cousin. We exchanged gifts. She got me this sweet little ornament for the tree, so I just thought this was so stinking cute. And I had a, this is their like logo, it's Big B, but so cute. But I had a tea latte. It was Chinese flower was what it was called, and yeah, it was so good, so good. So but yes, I'm back home. I'm gonna make some dinner. I think we're gonna have some chimichangas, and yeah, probably call it a night, to be honest, because I had a super busy day at work, like just slammed. So, and I'm not feeling sick anymore, but I don't want to get sick, so I'm just gonna kind of go with it. So I'm gonna try and get some rest, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Happy Vlogmas Day 21. It is about 8:30 in the morning. I work 9 to 5:30 today, and I'm actually just stopping at Big B again, where we were at last night. Last night we had ordered our drinks, and we were sitting in here drinking them, and I had ordered a, it's called the Chinese flower tea latte. And I had ordered it with soy milk because I'm lactose intolerant, and I ended up getting really sick. So it ended up not being, I think it ended up being made with milk. And so I called them last night and let them know, and I was just like, maybe, you know, can you look up, maybe I ordered it wrong, and they looked it up and I had ordered it correctly. So they were very sweet, and they offered me a free drink, so that was really, really nice. So if you're in Midland and looking for a coffee place, check out Big B, because they were really sweet and really kind. So this morning I went with a Earl Grey tea latte, and because I almost got that one last night, and so this time I saw for sure that they made it with soy too, so that was good. But yeah, so now I'm just on my way to work. I have a crazy busy day today, like just crazy. So hopefully all goes well and fluid, and yeah, we'll see how. I think I'm gonna be really tired tonight. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys this morning, so I'll see you later.
So I just got off the highway, driving down River Road right now, which is out in Sanford, Michigan. The roads are just terrible. They don't look very bad, but they're really, really slick. And I got off the highway because it was just getting so backed up. I passed 2 people in the ditch. One of them looked like they were flipped over. And I don't mind driving in the snow or the rain or sleet or ice. It doesn't bother me any. But the big problem I find with driving on the highway especially is that everybody drives way too close together. None of them leave nearly enough distance. They way, way, way overestimate their stopping distance. Or you know what I'm talking about. And so, you know, you can drive pretty much as fast as you want to on ice as long as it's not super windy, as long as you leave enough time to stop. And where a lot of people mess up, I think, driving in the snow, especially newer drivers or people that haven't driven in snow a lot, they drive way too close. I mean, most people, honestly, most people drive way too close and tailgate to begin with, but in the snow, it gets really, really bad. yeah, I kind of prefer the back roads. Driving through Sanford right now. It's kind of a small town. I like Sanford. It's fun. But I'm hoping that my camera picks this up all right. We'll see. There's a shelf kind of on the dash of the Fiesta that the phone just pretty much sits right into. And that's what I'm using to hold the phone up. I don't have a tripod or a suction cup mount, and I won't hold the camera while I'm driving. You know, it just kind of seems a little unsafe to me. But yeah, I tend to like these lower speed limits. You know, even if I do have a few more stops to make. If you get into a collision, at least you're going a little bit slower. On the highway, you kind of have to go with the flow of traffic, you know, and that creates its own problems when it's icy like this out. And it's getting dark out, which means people can't see. And you get some people that are not cautious enough, and other people that are overly cautious and end up driving 15 miles an hour when really they should be driving 35, 40 miles an hour, and that ends up getting people into accidents. So yeah, stay put. There we go. Yeah, like this guy just had a person in an HHR pull right out in front of me, and I had to slow down in order not to hit them. And if I would have been going a little bit faster, I mean, would have been no bueno. But I didn't even expect us to have this much snow tonight. We weren't supposed to. It was, to my knowledge, supposed to be a couple of flurries, but this is a straight up snowstorm actually. And out here, I'm just passing Sanford now, and the roads are actually kind of covered. I tend to try and find the roads that are heavily enough traveled that it pulls the majority of the snow off, but not so heavily traveled that I'm gonna get packed from behind, if you know what I mean. So I figured I'd try this. I've never tried vlogging while driving before, and I know Tiffany would like some of that material, or I hope she would anyway. I hope you guys enjoy it. One of the things that's neat about this area up here is it's just beautiful. Like, anybody that's seen northern Michigan knows how absolutely gorgeous it is, and the Sanford area, honestly anywhere in northern Midland County, is just gorgeous. Like, absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping you guys are actually going to be able to see me, come to think of it, because I realize it's getting a little bit dark, and this camera, this is just my phone camera, so it doesn't do very well in the dark either way. So yeah, as far as my knitting, I guess I could talk about that a little bit. I honestly haven't done a ton lately. I've just been so busy with trying to get Christmas stuff done, and then, as some of you guys know, I'm an NSCA CPT, and that stands for National Strength and Conditioning Association Certified Personal Trainer. And in order to keep my certification, I have to take CEUs, or continuing education units, and I had 10 hours of them to get in, and I'd done them all, and I'd gotten all the quizzes done on paper, but I hadn't actually submitted any of them or resubmitted my recertification fee. So I managed to get all of that done today, which is kind of neat. Managed to get registered for classes for winter. I'll be full time at that as well. So yeah, but regardless, I haven't had a ton of time to knit. I'm on the vanilla socks. I think they're called vanilla socks. I've got one sock almost done. I'm like 95% done. Probably I've got maybe like an inch left half an inch left before I do the toe. And I think I'm getting better. Definitely getting faster and much more absent-minded. I tried knitting without looking at the sock, and that was hard. I could do it if I went slow enough. I could do it without looking, and then the only problem was that I would slip stitches, big time, or drop stitches. Sorry, not slip, drop stitches, big time. I didn't have a problem with slipping stitches, but definitely I dropped them, and you know, that's no fun. It kind of defeats the purpose, because I wouldn't notice that I had dropped the stitch until I had gotten like 2 or 3 stitches down, so I'd have to go back and fix, yeah, you know. So I think I'm just going to concentrate more on increasing speed and efficiency, and increasing, well, I don't know if increasing is the right term for it, but focus on maintaining tension and maintaining equal tension. I do an alright job with it, but I haven't found a way to hold the yarn that I feel is like perfect. I found ways of holding the yarn that work, but I always seem to lose it, you know. And it's usually like right towards the end of a row, or right towards the end of a needle rather. So 2 or 3 stitches right before the end of the needle, I seem to kind of lose the yarn in my fingers, and so I lose the tension that I had put into, like I just, or the length from my finger across the yarn to the needle. It just, I lose that, and I don't know why, but yeah, so that's something I gotta work on. Another thing, if any of you guys teach somebody how to knit, someone that's never knitted before, because I've been very vocal about the fact that I knew nothing about knitting beforehand. I could do chains, like daisy chains for crochet, but as far as like needle work of any kind or fiber art, that is it. And if you guys ever teach anybody how to knit, one of the best ways to do that as far as knitting, I think, is definitely having them start on something that they can use. And I've picked up a couple of different preferences. What are we doing? I'm gonna try and like not get road rage here. We're all like slowing down to like 5 miles an hour, and I've got a big line of cars behind me. Some people's kids. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, teaching someone new. Yeah. If you're teaching someone new, I thought I was going to the curb there. If you're teaching someone new how to knit, that's never done it before, or has never done any kind of fiber art or anything like that, I've got a couple of recommendations just based on my experience. I mean, take it or leave it, it is what it is. But have them make something that they can use, or more specifically that they can wear. Because like a dishcloth you can use. I mean, we all know how to do dishcloths, right? And we all know that they're useful and whatever. But the fact is, you can use an old shirt as a dishcloth. You can go to the dollar store and get a dishcloth. It's nothing, like, it's cool. I'm not trying to take away the value of people knitting dishcloths. Like, I'm really not, because there are beautiful handmade dishcloths out there, and I know some people really, really love receiving them as gifts and whatnot. But the majority of new knitters out there, I feel like, start knitting not because they want to make dishcloths. Like, they've got a goal in mind, right? They start they start knitting because they want to make a sweater, or they want to make mittens, or they want to make socks, you know, anything. Okay, I personally wouldn't start anybody out on a sweater because of what I'm kind of experiencing with second sock syndrome right now. It just takes forever. You kind of want to have a finished object pretty quickly. But anyway, so start them out on something that they can use. I don't think socks are too hard for someone, especially vanilla socks, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. I am not super artistic. I am definitely not a what you would call a crafty person. I can wood burn and things like that, but seriously, my other attempts at art are not particularly great. And so I wouldn't say that I operate with that side of my brain, if you know what I mean. So my point is, I don't think that something like socks are beyond the abilities of a beginner. And I think that they're valuable because they teach you so many different things. Like now, I know how to knit, how to purl, how to cast on, how to knit in the round with double-pointed needles. I know how to decrease, I know how to increase, I know how to fix slip stitches or drop stitches. I know how to do slip knit. I know how to knit two together. Like it teaches you all of those things in something that you actually can wear when you're done. That brings me to my second point. Have them knit something on worsted weight yarn or Aran weight, you know, something thick, something real thick and chunky. I think you could even probably do like DK, but preferably a sock on DK or worsted weight or whatever, because it goes by a lot quicker and they're going to be slower at it. And not only does it go by a little bit quicker, but they can see things better, because it's not all about like visual acuity, I don't think, as much as it is about being able to glance at something and automatically tell that just something's off and then identify what's off further. Like the majority of knitters out there that have been knitting for a long time, I feel as though can look at something and go, that's not right. And then it's a split second thing, like that's not right. And then they take a second look at it and go, okay, this is why it's not right. A beginner you just can't do that. I can't do that as a beginner, because you haven't trained your eyes to see that yet. It's like, it's the same thing with like personal training. Like I can look at someone's squat form and go, that's not right. And it might look okay to someone else. But anyway, it's like I can look at someone's squat form and immediately tell whether something's off and whether something's, you know, not off. And it could be the smallest little thing. But I recognize something's wrong, and then my next step mentally is to go, okay, what's wrong? Why is it wrong? How am I going to fix it? Beginning knitters don't have that for knitting. Like I wouldn't even, the first time that I started, I wouldn't even be able to tell you, what are you doing, dude? All right, when I first started knitting, I wouldn't even be able to tell you, like, if something had a drop stitch. Like, it was just beyond me, unless it was obvious, like 2 or 3 drop stitches in a row would be what it would take for me. So something bigger, because it's faster and you can more easily identify, but also have them work with a light colored yarn. I started out with blueberry crumb cake. You guys probably can't even see me right now, but I started out with blueberry crumb cake, which is a great base. Like, I love that one. Not trying to plug the shop or anything, but it's really cool looking. Like, the sock's turning out awesome. But it was so hard when I first started. It was I couldn't see it. I had to sit there with a light. And now I don't have to as much anymore, because I just, you know, you kind of get a feel for it, and you kind of see you know, where your loops are that you got to go through, and it gets a little bit easier. But man, the first couple of times it was frustrating. So, you know, out of all of that, I think that definitely it boils down to start them out on something that they can use or want to wear. Don't have them wait and go like, this is your goal and we're going to work you up to your goal, and go like, because what's the criteria for starting the goal? Like, you have to knit 5 washcloths or dishcloths perfectly and now you're good enough. No, I mean, just have them jump right into it. It's going to be frustrating, but the great thing is, it's not like, 20 years ago even, when we didn't have YouTube and we didn't have the internet in general to provide all these instructional videos. If they screw up along the way, I mean, it's gonna happen, but it's not the end of the world, and it's not the end of the day knitting until someone that knows how to fix it can show them, because oftentimes you can go on YouTube and figure it out. And there's local knitting shops and yarn shops that people can go to help. There's just so many more resources now than even 20 years ago when someone would have started, and it's like, well, we got to make sure you're really, really, really proficient, because help's just not available if you need help, you'd have to wait until whoever taught you came back to you, and now we've got YouTube. So all right, so now we're on Eastman, which is Midland's busiest street. It's not quite as bad in town. Not quite as bad. Super, super busy though. Everybody's lined up. Last minute Christmas shopping. Doing the exact same thing I'm doing, I'm sure. And I have not eaten dinner yet. And I'm driving past Applebee's. And it smells so good. Applebee's has these things. I don't know if you guys have ever had them, but they're called Brew Pub pretzels. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. They are so good. I make myself sick on them every single time because I can't be trusted around them by myself. But it's it's these pretzel sticks that are like a foot long, and it comes with like 4 of them. And they've got this cheese that's just a little charred on the top. It's called brew pub cheese, I think, or pub cheese. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's good. So yeah, try that if you guys happen to be at Applebee's. I don't even know what I'm eating tonight. I don't even know if the camera's still going. I was at like 20% battery, and that was back in Sanford. So pulling into Meyer, get some last minute Christmas shopping done. All right, we have first place parking, and maybe by the time I get out of here, the roads will be cleared. All right, see you guys later.
Hey guys, so I just got out of work, and oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like, I almost am like, am I really out of work right now? Like, I'm just waiting for the phone to start ringing or for someone to walk in the salon or something, but it was crazy. I haven't remembered a day that busy, like, even since last Christmas. I don't remember it being that busy. It was insane. But I think a lot of people are leaving town today, because I guess right now we're having a winter storm. I don't know, we don't have windows to the outside back there, so, but I've heard from a lot of people that it's really snowy and slippery, so I think people were trying to beat the weather. But yeah, so now I am going to do a little Christmas shopping for the puppies, and then I'm gonna be heading home and I think crashing for the night, so yeah, but I'm gonna go do some shopping for my babies.
Angels we have heard.